Let me quickly ask you this question. Are you eating apple on a regular basis? If you do, I encourage you to watch this video from beginning to the end. I am going to give you 7 tips of what you should be aware of before you go back to start eating your apple again. And if you've never eaten apple before and you want to start, please watch this video from beginning to the end so that you know what to do before you start eating apple. So before then, my name is Atibu Aimi. Welcome to Atibu Aimi TV. Now, in today's topic, I am going to talk about apple. I am not going to talk about the benefit of apple because we all know that apple carries a lot of health benefit. But I'm going to give you 7 tips, like I said before, of what you should know before eating apple. Number 1, don't chew apple seed. It's poisonous. A lot of people, when they are chewing their apple, they occasionally chew the seed with it. And once this seed is crushed and gets into the system, it will become a problem. That seed will release a chemical called mindalin. And that mindalin will produce another chemical called cyanide. And you know what that cyanide does to the body? It prevents the cells of the body from receiving oxygen. And when this happens, the cells dies. And this cyanide is most harmful to the heart and the brain than any other organ in the body, because the heart and the brain uses a lot of oxygen. So my advice to you is to please, whenever you are eating your apple, eat your apple with care. Don't be so much in a hurry eating your apple, especially when you are getting to the middle of that apple. Take your time and eat around it gently to avoid eating the seed. This apple seed that I'm talking about now, if you swallow it whole, you don't have any problem. But once it is crushed, it becomes poisonous to the body. And if you by mistakenly chew this apple seed, please immediately spit it out. Don't swallow it. If you have water around you, use it to rinse your mouth before you resume eating your apple again. Because apple seed is poisonous. It's harmful to the body. I don't want anything that will endanger your health. Please avoid it. Number 2, washing. Let me ask you this. Do you always wash your apple thoroughly before eating it? Some people, they form the habit of not even washing their apple before eating it. Some that do wash their apple, they just rinse it and start eating it like that. I was in front of one shop some time ago. I saw this little girl hawking apple in the street. I don't know what happened. She fell with this apple tray on her head. She quickly got up and started picking back the apple back into the tray. Some people fell in the gutter. A smelly gutter with this contaminated water. She picked them back and she used the pad that she used to carry the tray on her head, and started cleaning some of the apple with it. And the pad that she was using was very, very dirty. The one that she picked from the gutter, she started cleaning it with the rag. When she finished cleaning everything, she put it back on the tray. I put it back on her head and started hawking. Do you want to tell me people that are going to buy that apple that day, and if they buy it from her and they don't wash the apple, are you not telling me that they are not going to eat some of these bacteria or germs into their system because they don't know the history of the apple? And not only that, do you know majority of these farmers that are doing this apple business, they think they always have good reasons why they should protect their apples, because they want to make profit. They don't want pests to destroy their apple, so they spray this apple with a chemical called pesticides. And that chemical is a very dangerous chemical. They are not good chemicals to be put into your system. And when this apple gets to the shop, where it's going to be sold for money, where you go and buy them, this apple, a lot of these apples still carry those chemicals on their skin. And again, you know, when these apples are growing on top of the tree, there are birds flying in the air. They pull on some of these apples, and this poo will dry on those apples. And we don't know what is in best poo. Do you think the apple farmers have time to start washing apple? They don't have that time. All they do is to wash their apple so that when they put it in the shop, it will be very fine for you to buy. And again, do you know some people spray this apple with chemicals that will give this apple better colors? So there are a lot of things that these apple are collecting from the tree to the final place where you go and buy them. So, to be on the safe side, I encourage you to please always wash your apple thoroughly. Use a lot of water. Don't be in a hurry. Wash your apple thoroughly before you eat it. And if you are taking some apple to your workplace as your snacks, wash them thoroughly at home before you take them to your job. And keep it there. When you finish washing them, keep it in a very clean container before you take it to your job. Why am I saying this? Because when you consume this apple with all these chemicals on a regular basis, and you don't know about it, when it gets into your system, it will become a problem. It might be causing you health problem. And you might not know where the problem might be coming from. So please, wash your apple thoroughly when you get them from the shop or when you buy them from the street. If you have children, please, before you give apple to your children, always make sure you wash that apple very well with lots of water and cut it open. Remove the seed from the center and wash it again before giving it to them to eat, because children don't know the difference between apple seed and apple. When you give whole apple to them, they will eat it with the seed, and it's not good for them. Don't let them start forming the habit of eating apple seed with apple. I am not saying when you wash your apple with lots of water, it will remove all the chemical from it. At least it will remove some of the chemical away. Now, without washing it and eating whole like that, it's not good. But if you really want to remove the dangerous chemical totally from your apple, I advise you to put 2 glasses of water in a bowl, then add a teaspoon of baking soda inside that water, and put your apple in it. Leave it inside for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, take it out and wash it thoroughly with loads of water. When you do that, those dangerous chemicals on the skin of your apple will be totally eradicated. Yes. And also, you can wash your apple too with salt water, but it will not definitely remove all the chemicals. Your best bet is that baking soda water. Yes, do this, because I don't want you to have any health issue. Number 3, don't eat apple stickers, because some of these stickers are plastic. In some countries, some apples carry stickers. Some apples carry 1 sticker, some carry 2 stickers. Some of these stickers, one might be coming from farmers that is producing this apple. And when this apple gets to the shop, where it's going to be sold for money, the shop people will also put a sticker on the apple to enable them know the price or grade them. And a lot of people, when they buy this apple, and they don't even care to remove the stickers. Some eat the apple with the sticker because they say the stickers are edible. And when it gets to your system, it will dissolve. But I did some experiment concerning this sticker. I removed 1 sticker. I put it in vinegar solution till the following day. Do you know this sticker still remain the same? And you know some of these stickers, when you take them to tear them, you won't be able to tear it. It's plastic. Imagine if somebody should eat that into the system. And because it's very thin, it can go and hang in any of these organs in the body. Because it's very light, how is it going to move from there? And it might go and turn to sore in that particular area. From there, it will result to another thing. So don't get me wrong, they say some of them are edible. I don't know about that. But to be on the safe side, my advice to you in this number 3 is to please, whenever you are going to eat your apple, please check that apple round carefully to make sure the whole stickers are removed before you wash them and eat them. Because we don't want anything that will bring hair tissue, because hair is wet. Prevention is better than cure. Number 4, don't buy apple juice from the shop, because a lot of this apple juice from the shop is loaded with loads of sugar and preservative. They will only add a little bit of apple juice to give it that flavor. There is nothing in it. It's full of chemical. And that chemical is not good for your system. I prefer you eat whole apple on its own. And you don't juice your apple at home as well. Eat it whole. Because when you juice your apple at home, you are missing a lot of what you are supposed to benefit from it. Like the skin. The skin of apple carries a lot of health benefit. So I would prefer you eat your apple whole. And don't buy those apples from the shop. Those ones are crap. I'm telling you. I don't buy apple juice from the shop. I eat my apple whole. That's when you gain all the benefit. So, don't buy any apple juice from the shop. And don't juice your apple at home. Eat it whole so that you can reap the whole benefit from apple. Number 5. Don't overdose your apple. Some people will eat apple in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. When they are on their bed, they are still eating apple. Like they always say, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. If you must eat a lot of apple, at least don't let it be more than 2. If it's more than 2, there will be some hair tissue with it. Too much of a thing is bad. At least 2 apples is okay in a day. The sugar in apple does not really raise blood sugar in the body. But you have to use your sense to do that. It contains sugar as well. Too many of it like that, the sugar in it will become too much. It might give you a problem. So my advice to you in this number 5 is don't eat too many apple. If it's too much that you must eat apple, at least 2 a day. If not, I would say eat 1 apple a day. As for me, I only eat 1 apple in the morning with my breakfast. I'm not saying you should not eat more than 1. At least don't let it be more than 2. So that it will not turn to problem in your body. Number 6, when to eat your apple. I will say eat your apple in the morning with your meal or in the afternoon. Eating apple late in the evening, after 6, I don't take his idea, because according to my findings, as the level of the digestive acid lowers in the evening, the process of digestion will also slow down and your apple will not digest, and that might result to some health problem. So I would prefer you eat your apple either in the morning or in the afternoon. Late in the night, I don't take his idea. So don't eat your apple in the evening to avoid health problem. Number 7, rinse your mouth after eating apple. If you are that kind of person that eat apple on a regular basis, as you continue to eat apple along the line, the acid in the apple will start to affect the enamel of your teeth. And gradually, your teeth will start to wear away. A lot of people are having that problem right now. They don't know it might be coming from apple. Because the acid in the apple will start to eat the enamel of the teeth. If you don't believe me, anytime you eat apple, just observe the sharpness in your mouth. And that sharpness is the acid that is in the apple. And you need to rinse that sharpness out of your mouth to prevent your teeth from wearing away. So, as for me, anytime I eat apple, I always have water by my side. When I finish eating the apple, I'll quickly take the water and rinse my mouth. So my advice to you in this number 7 is to please always rinse your mouth whenever you eat apple. Whether you are at work, you are at home, have water by your side and rinse your mouth with it to stop your teeth from wearing away. I think that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And please don't forget to share with others so that they can know what to avoid when eating apple. And again, your comments are important on this my YouTube channel. I love to read your comments. Please leave some comments. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please try and do so. Like I said before, this channel is loaded with useful, different informations that will help you. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. You are blessed.